Hello, welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. This is going to be another quick tip guide to village design and layout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start not far from this pathway here, and I want to make sure that my circle goes out that way because I do not have a specific way to test if how big the actual circle is going to be. So for this we're going to grab our fences, and I am going to use the wattle fence. This is just because it looks much nicer. And for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk backwards for this. So in that case, I want west. So we want to get it so it's just on 2 sticks. So if I click OK, you can see that it's got 2 portions of a fence. It is a bit hard to see when you're looking directly down the line, but then we're going to do the same. And I'm going to go as big as I can, so I'm going to actually, instead of 8 points, I'm going to double it up and add the extra points in between each 1/8 of the compass. My next point will be between east and southeast, so I'm going to go 2 notches over, and again we're going to go 2 points. So you see there how it changed. So we got 1 fence, 2 fences, and I'm going to click OK, and you can see that there. So this is a way where I don't have to count my steps, I'm just counting the fence portions. So we're going to go southeast, I'm going to come to the end here, in between. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on each point. You can also do this backwards. So if I face this way, I know that one was northwest, so what I can do, move over my 2 notches this way, and then we're going to wait until we get our 2 portions of fences. There's the change, set that in, then we go north, change, set it in between north and northeast, change, and then keep going around. To be honest, I didn't realize when I was doing the pathing video that I could have done this. It wasn't until a friend pointed this out, so I thought I'd share this. If you do feel like you have stuffed up somewhere, just keep going, and what will happen is your points will meet back up. So what that meant there was that I'd gone a little bit too far on one of my fences. You can just keep going round in a circle, go past a couple of your fences, and then by the time you get close enough to the fence, you'll see that all you need to do is make that last segment and you'll still have that perfect circle. So my recommendation for when you're placing these fences is to walk yourself backwards with your character, with your cursor as far down as you can, and then just follow the compass like so. Place your fence, move it over, but keep that cursor down, and then move further back again. The more you move your cursor around, the more likely you are to stuff up the fence. In order to get sections in your fence is to actually go directly across to the other side. So I'm going to place my first starting point here, and you kind of have to gauge where the opposite side of the fence is, and see that it has a change of direction at this point here. Those 2 are straight, so then I know that in between these fences here should be the opposite side of that circle. Right there. Then I will destroy this middle section here. I'm going to do the same on this side. You can see the 2 straight bits. If you look down on the top, that means I want to take this one in between, and using the guide of the other ones, I can tell this one is the one I want to go to. So I'm going to get that lined up, and as you can see, you've got yourself a fence. You can section your fence off. Another way of making the circle even bigger, I'm just going to grab this fence here so we can see the difference. We're going to count these. So we got 1, 2, 3 fences and plop that down. Let's do the same here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep doing this, going round, and what we can do is we're going to use these outstretched fences, or even including the middle ones, to portion our fences or to increase the circle size. So that's all the outside fences done. I've done a different fence so you can actually tell tell the difference between the inside circle and the outside fence, which we're going to use as guides. Done 3 lengths around each one, so when you do build, you don't have to actually build the fences. I've only got like 3 sticks on me, but that doesn't mean I can't place the blueprint. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually use this point to go from one to the next. So that means I can go back into my fences. Let's say I want to do a wooden fence. We're going to start from just on the outside of this peg here, and we're going to go to each point. So if I go there, touch that there. Next one, it's a lot easier to do the outside fence because you're just going from point to point and getting it as close as you can to those peg points. You will be able to see that each of these fences are 3 segments long. And now we're right back at the start. So we're going to try and get this as close as we can. And you can see how good that circle is. You can do crop circles. So you can see the wattle fence in the center here. And you can see the supporting spider web. You can leave those there. It is completely up to you. For example, you can destroy this one. You know what? Because we've got that internal bit there, we should have done this one. Destroy these 2. So because it's 4 segments, you're going to come in on a side here. So realistically, I would rearrange these center pieces. But let's say I'm going to make this my entrance. Then I would go right through to the other side. And we're going to smack these out. Let's smack that out. Because it's an even amount, it's going to make it a bit awkward. This one I know is going to be our entrance. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on this side. We're going to whack this out. And that's 1, 2, 3 segments. Accidentally destroy that. We can put that back in. And you can put in the circle whatever you like. You don't have to keep these fences in here. They're just guides. You can expand the circle, you can make the circle smaller, you can change the fence type so you don't have to stick with the wattle fence like I have. You can have higher walls. I just don't have access to these, but you can do stone fence, you can do any types of fence you want. Once I have the outside circle and an inside circle, it's a lot easier to get these back in. So we're going to destroy these. And we can just pop a few decorations. We can put in orchards. We can put in crops. There you go. So I've just destroyed all the supporting fences that I didn't intend to keep. For example, I could put in a wattle fence. And there you have it. So I've put in the gate first. Put in the fence on each side. That way you can walk in, have a zone, this zoned off. I could do the same on this side, have a gate, and have each of these sections zoned off. You want to put in furniture. Let's say we put in a barrel. Let's put a couple of these in. Let's get them as close as I can get. Maybe you want to put in a sack or a bundle. I don't have access to that just yet. But maybe we'll put in one of these and put one over there. You can add in any lighting. Let's say you wanted a workstation. This area is too uneven to build, which is unfortunate. So again, figure out where the best place for you to build. You can put a workstation right here. Put in multiple seats. Say you want to have like maybe some kind of decorations in the middle, and then you've got multiple individuals can sit on the outside. You can put a stone fire in the center. You can make this your christening area. As I always say, the compass is king. Use the compass. You can use it for the circle. You can use it for using your paths. You can use it for your fences and just about anything. You can even use the, I believe it's the trellis. And you can use that to replace the fences, so that way you can have a nice row of trellises surrounding, say, maybe you wanted to put a building in the middle here. Usually I always find the well seems to suit quite nicely. And you can just line this up with your pathing and maybe just chuck it in the center. And don't forget to decorate your areas with barrels, bundles, baskets, and anything that you can find just to liven the place up, including placing seats, and use this place for whatever reason you want. You can make a little cult circle, a gathering spot, whatever you put your mind to.